So can you picture what we are calling the emotional scale? Can you picture it? Up at the top is appreciation and love and all of those good feelings. And then all the way to the bottom is depression and despair and unworthiness and grief. And the range is in between. So now the fulcrum of this scale is over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's between 7 and 8. Between letting go and satisfaction. So here it is over here. Notice how when you're trending in the direction of what you want, when you're trending in the direction of love and appreciation, feel how resistance freeing that is. When you're trending in the direction of appreciation and love. Now think about how you feel when you're trending toward anger and blame and guilt. If you understand where that fulcrum is, and you understand the difference, because the law of attraction is going to bring you whatever you're focused upon. And there really is no ending to how much it will bring before you make the shift.
What if you're in a lower feeling thought and you want to move up? And I know that you look for the better feeling thought, but is there a faster way to do that?
The best thing to do is not get too far down on the emotional scale, because you're trending now. And once you're trending in the direction of what doesn't feel good, then a nap is a good remedy. Meditating, where you quiet your mind. Anything that's distracting from what's bothering you is helpful. But struggling against it, you see, that's the perfect follow-up question to what we're talking about here, because the human who has been believing that it takes hard work is going to take hold of that negative thing and wrestle it to the ground and try to kill it, not really being consciously aware that it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Your inner being always will call you back, but some of you have to croak in order to do that. And we just don't think that you should have to let go of everything that is about your physical life in order to allow your vibration to rise. And having knowledge about how it works helps a lot. Well, you're doing well. You're doing really well. And you all are doing well. In other words, you understand this. So there are some new words that we're introducing into the conversation, new since the 20 years that you've been listening. So let's just focus on these for a little bit during the hours that we're going to be together on this voyage. And let's let a new best friend word be, which way am I trending? And another really good phrase be, which part of the emotional scale am I coming from? Because if you can identify that you're coming from the lower half of the scale, then you might be wise enough to say, I better buckle up because it's going to be hard. Where if you know that you're on the upper half of the scale, you know that it's just going to get easier and easier. So then the question is, all right, Abraham, I hear you, but what do I do when I know for sure that I've been trending on the lower half of the scale? And we say, first thing is be nice to yourself. Don't beat up on yourself. Don't begin saying that I'm unworthy or I can't do that or that person's doing better than I am. Here's some things that we know about your inner being. Do you accept that you have an inner being? Do you accept that your inner being is hanging around in your vibrational reality, calling you toward the things that you have fashioned there? And do you believe that when you have calibrated to your inner being, you have clarity and love and appreciation? In other words, that's the vibrational arena where those good feelings are. So, do you believe that what you're thinking and how you're feeling are directly related? And do you know why? Do you know what your emotions are about? Your inner being is always on the upper half of the scale. And when you're not, you feel negative emotion. It's as simple as that. So when you feel negative emotion, wouldn't it be helpful to say, I'm on the lower half of the scale, but my inner being is on the upper half of the scale? Because if my inner being weren't there, I wouldn't know what this even feels like. There would be no relativity. There would be no relationship. There would be no way to calibrate it. So now you've got some tools in your hand where you can say, it's temporary and it's even logical I didn't do something wrong. It's logical that I would feel this way. I want to feel this way, and I don't. It's logical that I would feel bad, but I don't trend that way. I'm not a depressed person. I don't trend that way. I'm an optimistic person. I see the best in most things. I feel good much of the time. I go from good to gooder to good to gooder to good gooder. I feel really good. It's as wonderful to feel interested in something as it is to feel euphoric about something. All of that is you in calibrated range with your inner being, you see. So our big message here from this important conversation is you gotta stop calibrating to humans who don't know what they're doing, and calibrate to your inner being who always knows exactly what it's doing in relationship to you. Your inner being will never guide you towards something that is good for you and bad for someone else. If it's good for you, it's good for others too.